Hey folks, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday morning. I tell you what, I have been up and at it early. I tell you what, before I get into this whole pick up your food, pick up your groceries, that's a whole new thing for me because I have no problem getting the list from Paige, going into the store, grabbing the stuff and leaving. And I tell you what, my hat goes off to all of these delivery guys, 100%. Kevin just loaded my truck. I had no clue the Paige had grabbed so much stuff at Walmart. She said, honey, if you're going down to Destin, I got this order. Can you pick it up? And I had to be down here this morning. The pool was messed up. I lost 5 inches of water, so I needed to find the leak and had some other stuff. And it's like, that guy brought out just crates of stuff, and it's like, man, I've already been to Home Depot. How am I supposed to put this stuff in here? But I tell you what, he made it work. So it was great. I think we're going to Sam's next week. I think I'll take the trailer at this rate. But hey, it's all good. This is what you do, right? Is you focus. On that note, let me give you a stock tip. Okay, ConAgra, great U.S.-based company, largest manufacturer, packaging of foods. They do all kinds of stuff, seed to table. Stock is not only staying steady, it's going up. They just put out the first quarter results. They actually were above what they'd predicted. So when the market's going down, a good little stock tip won't be bad. Let's look at the sponsors this morning before we get into the news and what's going on, and then we end up with the 5 questions that will blow your mind. It's how you will build your business, so it's good. Hey, our sponsors, Get Red Flag. This is a rockin' company. Part of our business is in risk mitigation. It's in looking at what communication is doing to your business. Mike McGolick over there at Red Flag is just killing it. And I sat on the board of directors, so let me be clear on that. You know, at this rate, I may even become an employee of his and rock this thing out because I love serving companies. This is the key. But what he's been able to do in this time period is be able to help companies make sure that their messaging is correct. A lot of times your sales reps get all excited. They get all passionate. They want to do all this stuff. And what happens is they say too much. Matter of fact, one of the things that we're seeing right now is everybody's talking about the coronavirus. Let me tell you, you want to learn about coronavirus, go buy Time Magazine. Great. The science of epidemics, what we have learned, fighting the world's most challenging outbreaks. Go get it. It's a great magazine. You can pick it up at the store or have them deliver it to your car. I don't care. But listen, this is what I'm saying. What I love about Get Red Flag is they have a artificial intelligence. They have human bodies. They have all this stuff. They can dig all the way down into the email. They still can't get on dark social, but they can dig all the way down and say, hey, this person just said this about your company. We need to make sure that they are educated. I believe risk mitigation is about education. That's what we do. We're a communications firm over here. Mike does all this other analytical stuff. You need to check that out. Richard Bliss Brook. He has been supporting me and sponsoring me. Gosh, man, it's been almost 20 years now. And that's pretty cool. His book, 4-Year Career. I am getting ready. I already did this once in our podcast. We are going to go chapter by chapter in this book. We're going to dig deep. If you want to do a career shift, and I've been getting all kinds of emails from people saying, Troy, I was in the travel industry, it's down. I was in real estate, it's off. I'm doing all this stuff. What can we do? And we're looking at different models for people because the freelance economy, working from home, direct sales, network marketing, gig economy, all that stuff is starting to pick up now because people are saying, if I'm going to work from home, I need to make money. This is the key. So Richard Brook, we're going to go through this. Look, you can go to Bliss Business or Richard Bliss Book. Try to say that 5 times fast. Richard Bliss Brook. You can go over to his website. He's got so much stuff over there. The Authentic Networker. It's a group that you can check out. Ryan Chamberlain, love this man. He is running for congressman. Look, we need folks that understand the direct selling model in the Congress. And Ryan is doing that. Go to ryanchamberlain.com. This next week, Ryan and I are going to be connecting. He has a special for the direct sales industry. You guys know that he has built most of his adult career in direct sales, only with 2 companies, top of the game. And man, he's done so much other stuff. I mean, him and his wife are just serial entrepreneurs. They got so much stuff. He's a musician. He's an author. But we've teamed up, and he's going to be putting out some freaking awesome stuff. All the proceeds are going to go for the election. All the proceeds are going to be changing the voice in Washington. I love that. And last but not least, one of my I love these guys. I am on the board of directors over here. Social Networking Association. You can go to socialnetworkingassociation.com. Look, these guys are in it. You want education, you want information, you want to stay on top of what's going on. That's the association. They have teamed up and put people together, and I love that. That is great. Okay, let's look at what we have going. There's some interesting stuff going out, and I see a little bit of a controversy when it's starting to come out about direct sales network marketing. At least at first I thought it was, because I see one organization saying, this is great, things are moving good. I see another organization that is writing the sky is falling or could be falling, and it's like, how can people see 2 different things? Now, we know this happens in politics. We know this happens all over the world, but it doesn't usually happen in direct sales when it comes to the analytics, when it comes to the numbers. And as I started to dig deeper, I thought, okay, we've got to report on this week so that people understand what they might be reading out there. First thing comes from Success Partners. 80% of the companies that they were able to get in contact with, and understand that Stuart Johnson over there has as clients, as friends, some of the biggest and best and brightest minds in direct sales. And they just did the top 100 of 2019. Because they couldn't hold the event, they did it as a simulcast video. Well, we'll see if we can put that up here, because it's powerful. A lot of you guys have already seen your companies put some stuff out, so it's good. But listen, this is in March. 80% of the companies that they are polling, that he's on the phone, he's talking to, grew in March. Now, we already knew some of them had grown in February, where some of this stuff started to shift. But in March, they grew. 5 had their all-time record-breaking numbers. I know that I was on a call the other day, Longevity up like 17%. I mean, they're blowing and going. Pubcos, it's always easy to see where they're at, what's going on. It's not some of the private ones, so we rely on Success Partners, Lane Research, some of these other companies out here doing stuff. So listen to this. This is pretty good right here. Out of these companies that he was talking to, 8 of them, or 16%, had no growth or they had a decline. Okay, wonder why. Let's look at this for a second, going into some just thoughts. The travel industry sucks right now. So in direct sales, any of the travel companies probably either did not grow, had somewhat of a decline. There are other companies that are direct sales companies, service-based, your Forex companies, probably didn't grow too much right there, because there's a decline in the market, there's a decline worldwide, things are shifting. So there's certain niches or sub-industries, you might say, that probably didn't see any growth. I'm going to get into that in a second too. 36% saw a 1 to 9% growth factor. 8 saw a 8 or 16%. I'll get this right. Out of all the companies, he had almost 50 companies here, I believe it was. So 8 of them, or 16%, saw a 10 to 19% growth in revenues. 12 of them, or 24%, saw a 20 to 29%. 4 of them, or 8%, saw 30% growth or more. Now, these companies that we see growing, if we look at this in the first early stages of the situation here with the COVID-19, coronavirus, stuff like that, essential oil companies, I'm going to guess we saw an uptick on. I don't think we have any of the essential oil companies that are public. Now, Longevity and some of the others do have essential oils in their company, but that's not their focus. Their focus is something broader than that. So they saw growth. I'm going to assume that doTERRA, HB Naturals, Young Living, some of these others saw that uptick. The other thing that I think you would see an uptick in is any type of health and wellness. People are looking for those types of products out there that are going to help with their immune system, stuff like that. I also think you would probably see an uptick. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give you some other industries in a minute that you'd see an uptick, but I want to stay focused on this. Now, that's what Success Partners put out. Success Selling News. Teresa Day, awesome magazine over there. She put out a special report. Now, I want to give her kudos, because something that she is doing is she's put the April edition online free of charge. You can just go to socialsellingnews.com, socialsellingnews.com. Literally get in there. You can see it's a one. I subscribe to the printed version and the online version just because she just got some great reporters in there. The advertisers in there have been great, and I think that's why she can attract the right people. So it was pretty good. But here's it's just a little bit different shift than what Stuart and the crew at Success Partners have put together. And I want you guys to look at this. It says Nu Skin expects a decline of 20 to 25% in this quarter. Now, here's why. See, when I first read that, it's like, wait a minute. Nu Skin, Herbalife, USANA, they're all forecasting declines. Why? Because the bulk of their sales, Nu Skin's largest income stream is China. Herbalife, China. Nu Skin, or USANA, China. So they're expecting a decline. Now, the reason for that decline isn't just for the COVID-19. You also understand they were in a 100-day limitation or shutdown, if you will, of direct sales. None of the major companies were involved in an investigation, but the government over there was starting to look at the fact there's a lot of not for resale companies, there's a lot of online companies, there's a lot of products moving in there that quote unquote isn't supposed to be direct sales, and they were doing a shutdown on this stuff. Some of the largest crypto scams, some of the largest scams period, all seem to come out of China. So they were in the middle of that. So these companies are seeing a decline. So when you look at the broad picture, we see what Stuart's done over here with Success Partners, and you see what Teresa's reporting on over here, and you think, oh my gosh, then the sky is really falling. And the results is the sky's not falling. Lane Research, which really covers all of the pubcos in direct sales, they work with a lot of the large institutional investors, stuff like that. I believe when he brings his report out towards the end of the first quarter or we're in the second quarter, so somewhere in the middle of the second quarter, we will see a decline in worldwide revenues in the direct sales model. That does not really affect the majority of the people that are seeing the news right now. Now, I believe that the UK is going to blossom and flourish. I think Australia will blossom and flourish. I think North America is going to do really, really well. And here's why I say that. The UK, Australia, Canada even, they kind of lead the health and wellness world. They are heavier into the natural side of things, naturopath, stuff like that. They don't go first to drugs. They go to a natural side of things. Their Health Canada is one of the most strict detail. They want really good research on their stuff. The UK is that way. Australia is that way. So I believe that what you're going to see coming out of this is these three are going to blossom. Okay, and that's why Stuart's report has shown positive results. Hey, we're seeing an uptick in sales, is because people are taking a proactive. Sales are actually moving through there. And I think that is the positive side to this. You personally may be saying, this is a bunch of BS, Troy. My business is on the decline. Okay, and how much have you let this whole situation get to you mentally? How have you let this, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm scared to death, or, and this is a legit frustration that I'm seeing, people are having to school their kids from home. They're having to deal with teachers. They're having to do with this work. They've got teenagers. They've got elementary kids. They're freaking out. They're losing time with their business, trying to take care of their family. That's just planning. That's just process. You're going to be able to get through that. As a dad, whose wife has homeschooled all of their kids, 38 years now, I believe it is. I understand the scheduling frustration, especially when you're having to schedule around teachers and crap like that. You guys might look at unschooling. You might say, you know what, this is garbage. I'm going to take their homework. I'm going to take what they need to do. We're going to get this stuff done. We're going to crunch it out, similar to how you guys run your business. Get the stuff done in the first 3 hours of the day, and then we're done. Go, roll, have fun. Literally, our kids, they get up, they eat, they watch a little bit of TV. Paige gets up. They're all on their computers. All of them are doing their schoolwork. They get it done, and they roll. And that's why we've homeschooled the way we have. We got 2 girls in college. Our Dalton went to college early. You know, they've all got jobs. They're all entrepreneurs. They all do their thing. It works, but I know that it's stressful. So I don't want to make light of that. But you're going to get into a routine that's going to work, and then your business will start to take off. So if you're not seeing the success, look at your life right now. Document a day, document 2 days if you need to, and say, okay, this is a cluster. This is not my ideal day. I've got to get this figured out. I've got to make this work. Start looking at where you're busy, where you're freaking out, where you're doing whatever, and then start to get a little bit of more routine, a new normal, a new routine. That's all you've got to be able to do. Make this thing work, and I think you're going to be doing good. Personally, here are the industries that I believe are going to flourish. If you're watching this and saying, look, man, I got out of direct sales a long time ago. If you're looking at this and saying, look, I've had to shut my gym down temporarily. I'm going to be looking for income. I was working at a car dealership and I'm not making sales. I was doing travel and my travel business is down. I was doing real estate is down. I was working at Hobby Lobby and they've closed their stores. And I was going to go in there and buy a new model today. I thought, man, I'm going to do some models. You know, I want to get the whole series of Fast and Furious cars. And they've shut down. I was a couple days late here in Florida. So whatever it is you're doing, whatever you've had to shift from, if you're not actively working, if you're not going out there and doing work at one of the stores, if you're already not doing home deliveries or anything like that, then here are the industries that we are going to see flourish. That you're gonna be flat, and then you're just gonna start to see. I don't think it's gonna be a hockey stick growth. I just think these are the industries that we're going to see start to pop. This is where you can get in, you can get focused, you can start growing, you can start doing. This is also going to be customer heavy. This is where people are going to be saying, I want to spend my money. Okay, health and wellness across the board. Okay, people from education to the actual product. So if you've been thinking for a long time, man, I've wanted to put a blog and a website together. I've really wanted to talk to people about their health and their wellness and stuff like that. Now's the time to do that. I don't care if it's from the keto side, paleo, looking at just the lifestyle side of things, to true supplements, to antioxidants. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever it is, health and wellness going forward is going to be huge. Okay, you want to go there. Another one's going to be good is skincare, not cosmetics. I'm not talking about cosmetics. I'm not talking about vanity skincare. I'm talking about people are going to be looking at the largest single organ in their body, because all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I need to wash my hands. Oh my gosh, don't touch me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just right now big into our brain. Okay. So if that's what's big into our brain, guess what? Skincare is going to be huge. You need to look at that. If you're looking to get into a business, and you love skincare, look for skincare companies, because there's going to be some opportunities there. Listen to me here for a second. There are plenty of opportunities that have nothing to do with direct sales. There's affiliate links, there's affiliate marketing, your Amazon, eBay. Look, you can do your business how you feel like you need to do your business. Just because I'm always heavy on direct sales, direct marketing, stuff like that. Listen, the gig economy is wide open. Direct sales is just a part of that. So you look at what you want to do. If you are an introvert, internet marketing is the greatest avenue for you. some direct sales companies like Longevity is a great company for that. HB Naturals is also a great company for that. I mean, there are some companies that are gig economy based companies that are in direct sales. You can go out there and roll this puppy forward. But what I'm saying is listen to the industries here and go where you want. Financial services, huge. If you want to put a blog together, now you've got to make sure your disclaimers are very, very tight, that you're not giving a financial advice, that these are your opinions. This is based on what you're doing. Make sure you're clear if you have any affiliate links to certain stuff that's there. But financial services, financial education, people are going to want to know, how can I make sure I have margin in my life moving forward? That is huge right there. Rideshare. Listen to me. I don't mean like, hey, I'm going to go pick up customers. I mean, in the rideshare business right now, these guys have flipped from picking up customers to picking up food. I had the sweetest young lady yesterday deliver us some food from Publix, and the girls just adored her. You could tell this was just something she's doing to supplement her income. Sharp car, looked like she just came from yoga. You know, she's just all peppy and having fun. She's making money. She's supplementing that income. Powerful way to do that right there. Any type of delivery is going to be good. Clothing. Okay, if you can put a clothing website together, you can go out there and find a clothing online clothing where you can have an affiliate. Going to be a great place to be able to do that. And there are plenty of those out there right now, by the way. Okay, because people are going to be looking online. They're going to be doing some stuff. Listen, this is a little side note. There's a little secret here that you can do. Okay, I'm a big supporter of the community where I live, what I'm doing. If you live in a community where you've got a small mom and pop shop that's a boutique, like we've got sirens down here. That's another word for mermaids. It's all women's clothing from lingerie to swimsuits. Well, guess what? I could cut a deal with them and say, look, I want to become an affiliate for you. So everything that comes through on my website, I'd like to get 10%. Now you're out there doing whatever you do. Girls, look, I know a lot of you guys go out there and you buy the coolest looking swimsuits. You buy the coolest looking lingeries. You do all this stuff, and then you want to talk about it all the time. I see the Instagram memes. I see all that. Y'all laying by the pool. You're doing your stuff. What a better way to wear a swimsuit and say, hey, if you would like to know more about this, boom. And you're making a little bit of income. That's what I'm talking about here. Food. Food is one of the top, right now it's traffic like crazy. Here's a suggestion for you. Launch a website, do some recipes. Jeff Welch, I don't know if Jeff's watching this morning, about, I don't know, probably December, January, I said, dude, look, you send me these memes, you send me these videos all the time of you cranking food out. Why don't you do a video show on this stuff? Next thing you know, he's getting thousands of views on this, and he's just making Southern cooking food. You can do the same thing. You can make this thing work. These are ways that you can go. And then you can put a little bit of membership site or something together. Maybe you just package up a PDF. This can be so simple. Hey, for $5, you can get all my recipes. Bam. There are so many ways right this second that you can go out there and generate income as you're starting to transition, some of you, from a white collar, blue collar career into some type of business that you're running. Another one, home supplies. This was huge in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. It's starting to come back. One of the largest lines of Melaleuca and Longevity both. I know there's other companies that have this, but those two I've actually followed so much. They have this great natural line of house supplies. I think what's the company out there? Asante has some type of a line like that too, where it's all this top-notch cleaning stuff that you use in your home, natural supplies, stuff like that. Look, we've already seen an uptick in this in mass market. You can go into any store and see this right now. I believe this is going to be a big wave of the future. People are going to want to have some stuff. They're going to want to know its quality. They're going to know it's going to work. Educational. This is huge. We're seeing this in Teachable. I'm seeing it in economics. This is just big. People can make money in the educational side. You can become an educator, a facilitator, training on stuff, make money that way. But people are going to be thriving to look for stuff. You could put a whole blog together if you wanted to on that. And last one, before I get into the deep side of the 5 questions, this is deep. Last industry that I think is going to grow big is parenting. We're already seeing an uptick in the traffic there. Traffic in food blogs, Financial service blogs, parenting blogs are off the charts right now. Those are ways you can make money. And you know, for some of you mamas that all of a sudden you become homeschooling moms, you're professional gals that have been busting your little butts all over the place. And now you're at home trying to do the same thing and raise kids. Listen, go to wordpress.com. You don't need to go do something fancy right now. Just go to wordpress.com, set up your little URL, set up your link, and start, this is a phrase we use, mommy blogging. Okay, start really showing your life and the history of your, look, this is crazy for me. This is what I'm going through. This is what I've learned. This is what I'm doing. There's other moms right now that just don't know what to do, and they're looking for this, and you literally that could be a way that you could grow some stuff. So you've got to look at this. You've got to be able to crank this stuff out. You got to know what you're doing on this. I mean, look, life sucks, okay? Millions right now have lost their jobs. There's I think last week we lost 700,000 more jobs. I saw estimates from Walmart, Costco, Target, CVS, Walgreens, some of the trucking companies. I mean, we probably have that many job openings, but a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to go out and shift careers. Listen to me right now. This is close to my heart. If you or anybody you know, any kids that you know, have criminal backgrounds, and it's been tough for them to get regular jobs, every company out there are waiving all of the criteria right now because they need people to work for them. And if they need people to work for them and they're waiving these criterias, think about this. Maybe that second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, whatever it is, maybe right now is the time to get them rocking. Have them go to Home Depot. Have them go to Lowe's. Lowe's is hiring. Home Depot is hiring. As many jobs, as many negative, as much crap as we're hearing on one side, there's some positive stuff happening on the other side. And that's probably why when it comes to politics, I'm more of a libertarian. I run right in the middle. I know it's not perfect. I know the world's not going to come to an end yet. But here's what I know. If you want to be in business for yourself, part-time or full-time, be it direct sales, anything in the gig economy, now's the time to get doing. Get your education, get focused, do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to work, well, from what I hear, there's going to be great unemployment benefits. You're going to get some free money from the government. Take your time to prepare. Take the money, because eventually we're all going to pay it back, or our kids are going to pay it back. But until that time, take the money and use it to better yourself as you're cranking through this thing. Don't just sit back and say, peace, love, and rock and roll. Okay, that ain't going to work, because eventually that money's going to run out. And I guarantee you, we get through this crap, I'm not going to be voting anybody back in that's going to do another $2 trillion, $4 trillion, $6 trillion freaking supplement. I know everybody needs it now, but nothing's for free, period. It's going to cost somebody something. We're just all in this together right now. We're all going to get through it. But do something. There's plenty of places out there you can do something. I'm not going to belittle that anymore. Hey, here's the 5 most important questions that you can ask about your business. Whether you're just getting started, whether you've been cranking it out and wondering, what the Sam Hill am I going to do? Where am I going? What am I doing? You know, if you're looking for anything, these 5 questions. I don't care if you're a corporation. I don't care if you're a sole proprietor. I don't care if you're a gig economy. These are the 5 questions that if you can really hone your answers in on this, you will see. If your business is flatline, you're going to start to see it take off. If you're just getting started, you're going to see a nice uptick. Okay, write these things down. Number 1, what is your mission? See, too many times we don't write this stuff down. What is it that you want to do? What's not the purpose, not the vision? What is your mission? Okay, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? You know, when people come to us and say, Troy, we need help. Okay, they know my whole mission is to make sure we can take them from where they're at here in revenues, in their branding, in their communication, whatever it is, and pop them forward. That's why we work with CPAs. That's why we work with congressmen. That's why we work with companies. That's why we work with individuals. What is it we can do to push you forward? Because I am second. My goal is never to be number 1. My goal is to make you number 1 in wherever you're at, whatever it is you're doing, because that's my mission in life. Okay, that's what we do. Every company we have, we know what that mission is. You probably ought to know what the mission is for each of your products if you're in the product sales, okay? Number 2, this is a big one here, and this is one that most people don't know. Who is your real customer? Who is your real customer? So many times we think we know who our customer is, just like we think we know who our competition is. It's a pet peeve of mine. We go in and we start to talk with clients, and we'll say, who is your competitor? And they'll if they're in the direct sales industry, this is what I hear all the time. Well, Amway, Longevity, Euphoria, Free Life. I mean, the list going on. It's like, those aren't your competitors at all. And it's like, they're shocked because they see that as their competitor. If I ask you the question, who's Harley Davidson's biggest competitor? Most of you would say, well, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Indian, Honda. And that's not right either. Matter of fact, Harley would look at you and just say that's the answer we hear on Wall Street all the time. But their 2 biggest competitors, Disney and golf. Where is it that men spend most of their time on the weekend if they don't have kids, if they play golf? Harley needs them on a bike. They need to be buying a bike and rolling down the road with their honey on the back end of it, or going out with the guys and roll, not knocking a little fat ball into a hole. Or if they're a family guy, they're, look, man, you need one of our bikes. You don't need to be at Disney all the time. Those are their 2. They know their competitors. They also know their customer base. So who is your real customer? That's the key here. This is something you have to ask. It's never as simple as you think. It's easy to come up, but it's never simple. Number 3, what does your customers really value? Not what they need, not what they want, not what they desire. What do they value? See, if you know 100% what your customers values most, your business will grow no matter what's going on. Primerica Financial Services, prime example is this. Because they knew what their customers valued was making sure that if they died, their family, their loved ones were taken care of. And if they didn't die, that they would have enough money in investments that during retirement they could enjoy the life that they had dreamed of with their significant other and with their family. You have to know what your customer values. That's huge. Let's look at health and wellness for a second. Most people up until now did not value their health or their wellness. Bold statement. Except look at the obesity rate. Look at how many fast food restaurants went from a Big Mac to a Super Big Mac to a Giant Big Mac to the Burger King Whopper Double Triple Whopper to the 7-Eleven's Big Gulp. See what I mean? They didn't care. Things are changing. We see smaller sandwiches. We see smaller orders. Now we're going to see something huge. We see that the biggest epidemic of death isn't corona, it's sugar, because people are freaking dying of cancer like crazy. I'm not going to rabbit trail into that. But now health and wellness is becoming valued by the people. And that's something you've got to look at. Number 4, what are your real results? You can't just be flying by the seat of your britches. You literally have to know, hey, am I making am I making inroads here? Is my mission actually being fulfilled? Am I really cranking this forward? If you don't know that, something I learned from Brian Underwood, gosh, I don't know, probably 10 years ago. As crazy as a marketer as he is, as a fun-loving guy as he is, I mean, he's as quirky as the rest of us. But he would rather go out there and just love on people, give stuff to people, take them on trips, do all this stuff. When people look at him, they just think, dude, how does he succeed the way he does? He's always all over the place. but he knows his results. He knows what he wants. He knows his, I mean, he literally, he knows those numbers. He knows what they need to do to tweak those numbers. That didn't work. Let's get rid of it. Let's go back down this path. Let's roll backwards. Most people don't see that. I've just spent a lot of time with him, so I'm able to see that. Terry LaCour, his partner, another one like that. That boy, and part of it's probably Jennifer Grace, he knows his numbers. It doesn't matter where he's at. He can be on a basketball court. He can be on a football field. He can be flying with the kids. He can be on vacation with Jennifer and his family. It doesn't matter what. He knows his numbers. You have to know your results. Okay, no matter how small your business or how large your business, you have to know. If you're not getting the results, you've got to make a pivot. Okay, you've got to look at what's not working and get rid of it. Don't fall in love with it. Get rid of it, because it can drag you to your death. Number 5, and I'm gonna let y'all go and have a blast. I gotta go do some more honeydews. Number 5, what is your plan? See, if up to now you really have been going by the seat of your pants, if up till now life was just peaches and cream, hey, the money's flowing, life is good, I don't need investments, I don't need to worry about all this stuff, and your margin's out of the world, it's because you didn't have a plan. You want to grow your business, you want to do this right, you got to have a plan. You go this route, guys, you're going to crank it out. It's going to work. I'm not talking to you from just theory. This is literally, we went from 2010, I guess it was 2010, because 2008, we're in the middle of the recession. One of Paige and I's business at the time, we'd had it for, almost 4 years, was a mobile dry cleaning service. We've been in the gig economy. I mean, things were going great. When the oil spill happened here on the Emerald Coast, all through the Gulf, when it hit, a lot of white-collar guys didn't need their clothes done. So we started to see a decline. And then the dry cleaning plant that we were using decided, hey, why should we compete against each other? We're gonna raise your rates, and you can just become a driver for us. It's like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna drive for anybody. So we watched that business just totally decline. And it's like, man, this sucks. Our consulting business had been steady, but nothing huge, to where I personally went bankrupt in 2010, because it just, I'm looking at everything thinking, man, we got way too much debt. I had no margin. We'd put a lot of stuff into this business, and it's like, this sucks. And I didn't have a plan. Literally just didn't have the plan. I came out of 2010, and that's I relied on Tom Chenault, Garrett McGrath, Richard Brooke, so many wonderful men back then just rallied around me. Wayne Hillman, one of my, he's like a second dad to me before he passed away. This was powerful for me. This was huge, because these guys rallied around me and helped me start to build my advisory and my consulting and our communication business, to where today, because of that plan, going into something that I have never witnessed before in my life like this, we've had plenty of margin to be able to weather this. And it's a good feeling to know that. And it's a good feeling to know that when you plan for the future, not even totally knowing what it is, when you have plenty of margin, when you have plenty of liquid assets, when you have very low or no debt, then you don't have near the anxiety, you don't have near the fear, you don't have near the loneliness, you don't have near the fear, the emotion of anxiety. I may have already said that. So have a plan. Let me go back over those real quick, and I'm going to let you guys go. Number 1, what is your mission? Number 2, who is your real customer? Number 3, what does your customer really value? Number 4, what are your results? Number 5, what is your plan? Guys, rock this thing out. Have some fun. Build this thing forward. Life has changed. There's no way around that. if you just need to vent, if you need to talk, if you need to do something, man, please feel like you can private message me, and just say, look, I got some questions. I see so many great people are doing that right now, that it's a blessing, because we don't have all the answers, but man, I know people that do. I had a young lady the other day that wrote and was going through some issues, and I sent her to Kimmy Brook and said, look, Kimmy has a beautiful program. She can help you out. Go talk to her. We have the resources. Laura Wells, I just sent a young lady to her the other day, because I just don't deal with girls. Okay, sorry, guys. I mean, with guys, I'll handle it all day. If you're a girl, you're going through some stuff, I'm going to send you to women, because they're going to understand and know what you're going through. It's that plain and simple. But I tell you what, I'm here to help if we can. Guys, have an awesome weekend. Stay focused. Get some exercise. Do some stuff that you got to do. Enjoy it. Focus a little bit. Do some prayer. Find out where you're at. We'll see you first of the week.